Did you know that the average person's attention span is shorter than a goldfish's? That's right, only 8 seconds. If you're telling a story and can't capture attention in those first few seconds, you've lost your audience. And yet, some people can hold your attention for hours, making every word seem like magic. So, what's their secret? It's not just about having a good story. The real magic lies in how they focus. The way they train their minds to keep you hooked, hanging on every word, even when you think your attention should be wandering. That's what this guide is about, teaching you how to train your focus so hard that it feels like magic. You'll learn how to capture attention from the first word, use silence to build suspense, and even turn ordinary moments into unforgettable tales. You'll unlock the secret to keeping your audience engaged and leave them wanting more. By the end of this, you'll be the storyteller everyone remembers. Stick around and let's turn your focus into your superpower. Chapter 1: The Eye of the Storm. Mastering hyperfocus for storytelling. The first step to becoming a captivating storyteller is learning how to focus. And not just any focus, hyperfocus. It's the ability to concentrate so intensely that the outside world disappears. Studies show that the average human attention span is now just 8 seconds, shorter than that of a goldfish. That's a problem for storytellers. The key is training your brain to tune out distractions and zero in on your narrative. When you do this, your stories have the power to captivate and engage. Start by practicing mindfulness. Simple breathing exercises can help you center your mind and remove distractions. Imagine focusing so hard on a story that it feels like the words just appear out of thin air. That's the magic of hyperfocus. By improving your focus, you become a master at keeping your audience hooked. It's not about having the most dramatic stories, it's about how you deliver them with unwavering attention. The longer you practice, the easier it becomes to disappear into your storytelling, making your focus seem almost magical. Chapter 2: The Spell of Silence. How pauses turn your words into magic. Have you ever heard a great storyteller pause just before delivering the punchline? That pause is not by accident. Silence can be just as powerful as words. In fact, studies suggest that pauses can increase listener engagement by up to 30%. When you pause, it builds anticipation, makes your words resonate deeper, and gives your audience time to reflect. The secret is learning when to pause and for how long. Too long, and the audience may lose interest. Too short, and the pause loses its magic. A well-timed pause can add layers of meaning to your story. Think of the best speeches you've ever heard. Often, it's the spaces between the words that make them unforgettable. Silence creates a space for listeners to connect with your story on a deeper emotional level. Master the pause, and you'll find your stories become much more powerful. A storyteller who knows how to use silence wields the power to captivate and hold attention like no one else. Chapter 3: The Alchemist's Mind. Transforming everyday moments into epic tales. Great stories don't always come from grand events. Some of the most powerful tales come from everyday life. There's a well-known saying, the best stories are the ones you live, not the ones you tell. This is where your ability to focus transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. When you sharpen your focus, you start noticing details others might overlook. These tiny moments, like a conversation with a stranger or a quiet sunset, hold immense storytelling potential. In fact, some of the best-selling books of all time, like The Catcher in the Rye or The Great Gatsby, focus on small, intimate moments. It's about weaving those details into a larger story that feels bigger than life. By turning everyday experiences into meaningful narratives, you can craft stories that resonate with your audience long after they've heard them. Look for beauty in the mundane and never underestimate the power of the small, seemingly insignificant details. The magic lies in how you shape and present them. Enjoying the content so far? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new tip to become an amazing storyteller. Chapter 4: The Magic of Memory. Unlocking your mind's secret vault for unforgettable story. A great storyteller remembers more than just the plot. They remember the feelings, the details, and the nuances. But how can you access this treasure trove of memories? It all starts with training your memory. Research shows that people with better memory recall can retain up to 20% more information in a short time span. One way to improve your memory is by using visualization techniques. Picture a scene in your mind and walk through it like a movie. The more you train your mind to recall vivid details, the more you can weave them into your storytelling. Storytelling isn't just about sharing facts, it's about creating a sensory experience. The ability to recall the smell of fresh coffee or the sound of a distant laugh can make your story feel alive. When you can vividly recall your past experiences, you'll have a reservoir of rich, emotional material to pull from at any moment. Your memory is your secret weapon, and with practice, it can become as magical as the stories you tell. Chapter 5: Enchantment in the Moment. Crafting stories that are alive with presence. Have you ever heard a story and felt like the storyteller wasn't just telling a tale but was living it? That's the power of presence. Being fully present in the moment when telling a story can create an almost hypnotic experience for your audience. Studies show that people are more likely to remember a story if the storyteller appears authentic and engaged. To achieve this, focus on the moment you're in. Let go of any distractions, and allow the story to unfold naturally. The more you immerse yourself in the present, the more your audience will feel the emotion, energy, and depth of your story. A storyteller with presence becomes a vessel for the story, drawing listeners into a shared experience. It's about energy, enthusiasm, and emotion. When you tell a story with presence, it's like casting a spell that makes the audience feel as if they're living the story alongside you. Chapter 6: Wielding Your Magic. Turning focus into an irresistible force of nature. Once you've mastered the art of focus, you'll find that it's not just a tool for storytelling, it's a force that draws people in. When you combine laser-sharp focus, powerful pauses, vivid memory, and a strong sense of presence, your storytelling becomes unstoppable. You're no longer just recounting events, you're creating an experience. Think of the most memorable public figures, like Steve Jobs or Maya Angelou. Their ability to focus, combined with a deep emotional presence, turned their stories into legendary experiences. But it doesn't just happen by accident. Every moment of focus you put into your craft builds a snowball effect. With time, your storytelling will become an irresistible force. People won't just listen, they'll hang on every word, eager for more. The more focused you are, the more magic you create with each story. It's not about telling a good story, it's about becoming the kind of storyteller who leaves a lasting impact. If you've enjoyed this journey to mastering storytelling, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more tips and tricks to keep your audience hooked every time. By training your focus and applying these strategies, you can take your storytelling to new heights. It's a skill, an art, and yes, a little bit of magic.